Good morning, everyone. I'm running a little bit late. I know a couple of people were waiting for me this morning, but I wanted to get Meta verified. And so that's what I've been trying to work on. It just took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So welcome. I'm going to do the monthly February signs. I'll just finish off what I was doing here so I don't get interrupted. Uh, 2 seconds. Desktop. Okay. Right, then I can close that off and it won't bother me anymore. Okay, sorry, because I'm halfway through 1,000,001 things. I'm here to do the StarSign readings for the month of February. I'm running a bit late, so I'll get started straight away. Before we go any further, though, yeah, I've just become Meta verified on Facebook. I might look at verifying myself on some of the other platforms too. It sort of holds back some of the scammers, which is awesome. So welcome. My website is now up and running at www.theaussiegoddess.com. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can access that now. Still going through a few teething problems, but we'll get there. Okay. We're going to use this beautiful Enchanted Tarot deck. A few people said to me yesterday they actually have this deck. It's quite large, as you can see. And it is a little difficult to use online. But anyway, we're going with that today. So we're going to start off with the sign. We're going to work backwards, I think would be the best way to get it back. So we'll start off with Leo. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on for you. Say hello if you're online so we can have a bit of a chat. We had a good chat last time about books. Because I'm doing a degree and my two majors are literature and history, which is what I always, that's my biggest interest. So if you have a good book to recommend, please do. I had actually already have a degree in social science, but I sort of did that for work more. So I majored in counselling and human services. So this one's very different for me. I love it. And a lot more interactive too, which is awesome. All right, let's go for Leo. So we're starting off with the Seven of Swords, Leo. Now, the Seven of Swords is sort of a funny card because sometimes it can say that, you know, there's a little bit of things going around you that may not be on the up and up. For me, often the Seven of Swords comes around when we have a problem with our own self-sabotage. So we may never allow ourselves to get, hey, Sam, how are you going? Oh, it's lovely to see you on here. I bet it's late at night for you there too, isn't it? So if you see the Seven of Swords, very often it can be sort of a warning for you to watch your own self-sabotage. We all go through this. You know, when you're still influenced by your childhood especially, you tend to sort of put yourself down or find reasons for why things won't go well. So, you know, for instance, I posted something yesterday on Facebook. And it was beautiful. It was a little sort of saying, and it said something like, a dandelion doesn't know it's a weed. It doesn't know it's not a flower. But that's okay because everybody wishes on a dandelion. So at the end of the day, it gets some sort of limelight. And somebody wrote underneath, well, it's no point in wishing for things, wishes never come true. And I thought, you know, if you sort of think like that, then obviously the universe is going to give you what you're thinking about. If you're constantly thinking negative, you're going to be landed with negative stuff. So, you know, try to be the observer of your own thinking. If this is you, Leo, and I'm talking to you, you know, I watched a person do it 2 or 3 times in a reading yesterday where she stopped and said, hey, how are you, spirit animal? She stopped 2 or 3 times during the reading and said something quite sort of negative. And then she said, you know what? I need to stop that. So she was starting to become very aware of how she spoke. And it was beautiful to see the transition in progress because each time she did it, she went, no, I know that's going to happen. I know that's right. Rather than saying, oh, I hope that comes true. No, it is going to come true. So we have a need to not self-sabotage. You do have some sort of offer coming through here. Feel like it may be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We do have the Empress here. Somebody thinks you're lovely and they want a future with you here. The Six of Pentacles definitely wanting to invest, and the Magician coming through here. So I feel like somebody is going to offer you something. But Leo, we're starting with Leo. So I'll go through them in order from Leo. So if somebody's going to make an offer to you, don't put yourself down and say, I don't deserve this, it isn't going to work, you know, why would I do this? If this is an offer of love especially, because obviously the person sees you as something fabulous. So please remember that, you know, saying negative things all the time is only going to make you feel sad about yourself. That's it. So I'm good, thanks, Sam. How are you going? Alrighty, so we're starting off with the Sun. Leo, look, straight away in your reading you have the Sun, which is the card of Leo. We also have the Princess of Hearts, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Wands. You have a victory here. I feel like, oh, that's just beautiful energy. Look at that. Starting with the Sun, and then we have the Six of Wands on the other end. Somebody is offering their heart to you. I feel like this offer is something to do with either, hey, good to catch you live too, Jack in the Box. Thank you for joining me. So I feel like this offer is coming from a really good place. This person sees you as something pretty wonderful here. And I feel like they're ready to make an offer of a date, some idea of moving forward. You're still sort of going backwards and forwards a little bit with that Five of Wands. So, you know, Leo, if somebody makes an offer and somebody sees you as being that, then that's how they see you. You need to start seeing yourself as the same. But there is a victory card on the end. So whatever this is for you, Leo, it's a real time to get going and go for it. All right, we have the Queen of Hearts with the King of Hearts. Look at that. So I feel like this person could be a very good match for you. We also have the Seven of Hearts coming through there with the Star card and the World card. I have to say to you, and the Emperor comes up at the end. So there you go. You have the Empress in your mini reading. At the beginning, we have the Emperor here. We have the King and Queen of Hearts. We have the Star card, the Victory card, and the Sun card. What a positive reading. So whatever this offer is coming through, and if it's not love for you, then there is an offer of something. And whoever is offering you this sees you as something incredibly special, beautiful. Maybe just if it is something like a job, they see your potential. If it's an offer of something else, they want you to be there, to be present, and to be with them. Beautiful reading, Leo. Beautiful, beautiful reading. All righty, so next we have Cancer. So we're actually working backwards on this one. I think I said that at the beginning. I'll start from where I finished off. So we're going to go backwards. So Cancer, you're up next. Okay, good muscles from shuffling these cards though. Holy dooly. They're easy to shuffle if you use them on the long side though. They just don't stay in place very well. All right, Cancer. What is going on for Cancer? Somebody feels, hey, Sue, how are you going? Oh, I'm honoured. You've been on twice since I've been doing this, I think, or maybe even 3 times. So thank you for joining me. If somebody wants to put times down on the readings, that would be extremely generous of you. Most people do them as they're watching them anyway, but, oh, that is really spooky. So we have the 7 of Swords coming out for Leo, and we got the 8 of Swords coming out for the 8 and the 4. Okay, so for you, Cancer, a cycle is coming to an end here. I feel like somehow or another this is a good thing, and it's to do more than likely with work. So if you are thinking of completing something at work, King of Wands coming through here. Are you feeling appreciated by whom you're working for? You know, sometimes we have jobs and we tend to sort of put in so much of ourselves, and at the end of the day, we find ourselves just not getting the advantages or even the visibility that we want. And I feel like here, this is a time for you, Cancer, to stand up. Yeah, time for you to stand up and sort of be noticed. So, you know, sometimes we just plod through and we think, well, this is it. I always think it's like being a little bit invisible at work, where you're always putting your hand up for things and always doing things. But when it comes to those special treats, nobody seems to see you. So make sure you're putting your hand up for this. You deserve it. All right, so we have the 10 of Swords coming through with the 4 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 3 of Swords. There's been a little bit of disappointment. I feel this is definitely work oriented, especially with that 3 of Swords there. There seems to be like an ending to a cycle that perhaps has brought you a little bit of pain, and Spirit is saying to you, you need to let go and trust here with the High Priestess. You know, things can sometimes, you know, cycle on us for whatever reason. Maybe we've got lessons to learn, or, you know, some sort of period of time. I think last year was a particularly difficult year for a lot of people, especially coming out of the COVID sort of restrictions, and people wanted to sort of get going, and we've been limited. But the Spirit is asking you to let go. So you've got the 4 of Wands. There's stability coming, 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new beginning coming. All right, so hold on to it. I feel like for many of you, it may be walking away from an old or job that you really aren't enjoying. Maybe you've sort of taken on a particular job because you needed the money rather than really doing what your heart wanted. But I think with that 10 of Hearts, especially with the 4 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, something much better is heading your way, and it's going to be a lot more stable, I want to say, with that 4 of Wands there. All right, so we have the Tower, the Moon. There's the offer right there. Okay, with the Tower and the Moon, I feel like it's unexpected. So sometimes a job can come from some other place. It may not come straight to you. It may be that, you know, somebody calls you up and says, we want you to interview for this role rather than this role, or it could be that somebody else gives you a heads up on where you can go and have a look. But this particular role for you or situation for you is coming left field, I always say, which means to me it's not through normal channels, or it could be through normal channels but in a very different way. So, for example, somebody could call you up and say, I've heard about you, you've got a great reputation, we'd really like to offer you an interview. So for you, Cancer, I feel like that's a real work reading for you. So hopefully it's helped you out with some of those energies. All right, let's have a look and see. I might change decks after this one, if the cards repeat. No, we might change decks now. I've had enough. I'm chasing them around too much. All right. Oh, my